Croeso pawb to the game's under £15 PSN sale. I have nearly £200 worth of discounts for you to look at in this sale. This sale ends on the 21st of July, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Okay, let's look at the games. Up first is Alien Isolation the Collection. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £9.59, which is awesome. It includes nearly £35 worth of DLC, including the campaign from the first movie, which is awesome. If you're a fan of the movies, you definitely want to play that. It's like you're there, and it's the most accurate representation of the movie you'll ever see in gaming so far. This game is a survival horror, set 15 years after the events of Alien, where you play as Ellen Ripley's daughter, who learns that the Nostromo black box has been found, so she joins the retrieval team to look for answers. But as she reaches Sevastopol Station, she soon becomes trapped in a living nightmare, facing the same horrors as her mother. This is a very easy game to recommend. If you're a fan of survival horror and you haven't played this, you really should. It's an awesome game, with an awesome franchise attached to it, and really good AAA production values. And if you're a fan of Alien and you like horror, definitely pick this up. It's a very easy sell for anyone that's interested in this. You'll love it. But don't worry if horror's not your thing, there's plenty more deals for us to look at. Next up is Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, but it's a remaster of a much older game really. It's on a 70% discount for £5.99, which is really good value because this edition is remastered in full HD 60 frames per second, with new playable characters, a legendary Dark Knight mode, and more. In this third-person action game, Dante has assassinated the leader of the Order of the Sword, and now it's up to the demonically powered teenager Nero to find and stop him. You get to play as both Dante and Nero throughout this game as they fight the demonic enemies and the story intertwines. This game is from an awesome series and they're really good, but if you haven't played the first three you probably don't want to play this game. But if you have played the first three and you haven't picked this one up, this is a good chance to do that. And if you've never played any of them, then you might want to wait for the first three to go on sale, because they're often on sale in a bundle together, and it's a good deal when it's on sale, so check that out instead. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition is next. It was released in 2015, so it's 6 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £4.99, which is dirt cheap, because it includes £25 worth of DLC, including 3 full story expansions, extra mounts, gear, and customizations, so you're getting a huge amount of DLC included. It's a really great deal. In this action RPG, you get to create your own unique character and become the Inquisitor, the leader who must rally people to fight the demons spilling forth from the breach, which is threatening the world of Thedas. Now this game is part of a legendary RPG series, the first of which, Dragon Age Origins, is my favourite RPG I've ever played. It's unbelievably awesome. Seriously, if you like RPGs and you've never played it, just do yourself a favour and go and buy the first one. It's unbelievable. You'll love it as much as I do, I promise. The second one sucks though, so never play that. It doesn't exist. Wipe it from history if possible. And this third one, well, it's somewhere in between. It's not a legendary game like the first one, but it doesn't suck like the second one. It's just really good. It's like a 6 to 7 out of 10. And in all honesty, you get so much content for this deal, it's well worth it if you're a fan of action RPGs. And you don't need to have played the first one for it to make sense either. You're just missing out because the first one is awesome. In any case, if you like action RPGs, then look no further than this for a great value deal. It's awesome. Check it out. A bit more fun now. Garfield Kart Furious Racing. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and it's on at least a 70% discount for the price of £7.49 or £6.24 with PS Plus. In this kart racer Mario Kart rip-off, it features 8 characters from the show, 3 game modes, 16 circuits, 9 weapons, 4-player split screen, and 8-player online multiplayer. You don't have a lot of kart racing options on this console, but you do have the Fruit game and you have this one. So if you're missing out on a bit of Mario Kart and you want something that's not as good but might just scratch the itch, or you've got a kid that likes these sorts of games, then why not check this out? It's at a decent price, it's got a decent franchise, and it looks alright, so why not check it out if you like the sound of it. An old school series next, Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions Evolved. It was released in 2014, so it's 7 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £3.49, which is really cheap. This version includes 40 all-new levels, 5 new grids, 4 new modes, a hardcore mode, and more, so you get a huge amount of extra for your money in this edition. This is a legendary franchise of twin-stick shooters, and this one is by far the best, featuring over 100 levels, 15 3D grids, 12 battle modes, 6 companion drones, co-op and online multiplayer modes. You'll have endless reasons and ways to play this game. And if you're a fan of games with scores, leaderboards, that sort of a thing, this game's right up your alley. It's really built for those people that just love good game mechanics and just want to play over and over again trying to get that higher score. It's a really great series. It's a shame they don't make them anymore. If you've never played anything like this, check it out, you might like it. And if you know you like these sorts of games, then just buy it. It's at a really good price and it's a really awesome game. Next we have the yin to the yang of Inquisition, Mass Effect Andromeda Standard Recruit Edition. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £5.39, which is really good. This is a third-person RPG where you play as the Pathfinder, leading a ship on a 634-year journey to the unexplored Andromeda galaxy, looking for a new home for humanity, while dealing with hostile aliens and a mysterious synthetic intelligence. This game was an absolute disaster on release, and everybody pretty much hated it. But it wasn't because of the game story or the gameplay as such, it was because it was so full of bugs because it was not really ready for release. But hey, it's been a while by now, so they've bound to have fixed all of that, right? In any case, like I said, it's the yin to the yang of Inquisition. Dragon Age is the more medieval fantasy sort of RPG, and this is the space sci-fi RPG. So if you like the sound of Inquisition but you don't like fantasy, this is what you should be looking at instead. It's not as good as the Mass Effect trilogy that came before it, but hey, it's dirt cheap and it's not related to the first 3, so you can play it and have fun without worrying about missing out on the others. So if you're still waiting for the trilogy to come on sale, you might want to check this out. It's a really good game at a decent price, and the bugs are largely ironed out now, so you don't have to worry about it being the laughingstock that it was on release. Next up is my star buy, Metro Redo. It was released in 2014, so it's 7 years old, and is on an 85% discount for the crazy price of £3.74. Yeah, that's right, you're getting 2 AAA games for £3.74. That's amazing, especially ones of this quality. This bundle includes both the games, plus all of the DLC, which is 10 hours of bonus content. That's ridiculous for this price. In these FPSs, you immerse yourself in the post-apocalyptic world of the Moscow Metro, equipping gas masks and handmade weaponry as you face human and deadly mutant threats. It features multiple play modes and upgraded 60 FPS graphics, so there's literally nothing to complain about. 2 really well received, really well reviewed, great FPS AAA games, plus 10 hours of DLC for both of them. At £3.74, it's my star buy, because it's ridiculous. If you don't own these games and you like first-person shooters, pick them up. You literally can't go wrong at all. And if you're not a fan of first-person shooters, or you just don't like the look of these games, then look at something else, but you really are missing out on an amazing deal. Our next game is Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, but it's a remaster of an older game than that really, so keep that in mind. And it's on an 80% discount for the price of £7.99, which is really good. In this RPG, you join Oliver on an adventure in a world full of ferocious enemies and new friends, hoping to bring back his mother while fighting the forces of evil. It features collectible monsters for battling, graphics by Studio Ghibli, which is awesome, seriously take a look at a trailer, and sound by Joe Hisashi as well. This is a game with amazing pedigree, made by a really great studio, with unbelievably awesome graphics by Studio Ghibli. It's like an anime fan's dream come true, it really is. If you like RPGs, if you like Studio Ghibli, you should look at this at least, because you're really missing out if you've never played this game. I mean, it's even a bit Pokemon-esque, with the monster collecting and battling, although not quite as catchy or as good. In any case, it's a really awesome RPG that I just can't say enough good things about. If you like any of what I've said, check it out. You won't regret it. And the final game I have for you is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and is on an 80% discount for the crazy price of £6.99, which is awesome. This edition includes all 16 DLCs and 2 full expansion packs, so you get an absolutely crazy amount of DLC included for this price. It's ridiculous how cheap it is. especially for the quality of this game. It's legendary, you should already have heard of it. I can only imagine they're trying to scrape back some of the money they lost on the car crash that was Cyberpunk when it released, because god did they have to refund a lot of people for that. But anyway, in this RPG you get to become a monster slayer for hire, and embark on a journey to find the Child of Prophecy, who is said to be a living weapon of untold destruction. One thing to keep in mind is that CD Projekt Red have stated that the PS5 version of this game will be free to anyone that owns the PS4 version, so after they take the next 6 years to fix Cyberpunk, then they might just get around to making the PS5 version, which you should get for free if they keep their word. I mean, I picked it up for that reason. I want the PS5 version when that comes around, but you know, they've got that car crash called Cyberpunk to deal with first, because that's going to take a while. And that's all the games I have for you for the Games Under £15 PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones? Did I pick bad ones? What about my star buy? Was it the best choice, or did something else deserve it more? Throw all of your complaints down in the comments and we can argue about it later. But I hope you guys found yourself some games you're interested in. But more importantly, I hope you guys saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Au revoir.